So hey friends, welcome to this week's video. Unfortunately, we do not have a review this week because I'm still in the process of shooting a pair of headphones. However, I do feel like I've been a little bit inconsistent with you guys, and it's really been hard for you guys to keep track of when I'm posting videos and when I'm not. So I kind of sat down and thought about a way to configure how I'm approaching this channel so that it's a little bit more easy to follow and that you guys aren't asking as many questions about when a video is coming out or what I'm doing next. I really just going to make this like a short update video. However, I realize I've never made a channel trailer, nor have I really done like a 1,000 subscriber special. So I feel like this is a good time for me to like sort of break down the channel a little bit more into components, as well as you guys to get a little bit more on who I am and why I started this channel. So let's talk about me, I guess. So I'm from Seattle. As you may notice in some of my videos, I have a lot of Seattle sports stuff lying around. I wear that stuff in Boston at my own risk. But I do love everything about Seattle, from, you know, the city, the people, the food, culture. It's just warm part of my heart. Most of my family is still there, and it's really been a part of like my identity and how I differentiate myself here on the East Coast. So I do appreciate where I came from. I try to infuse a Seattle stuff whenever I can. And I know you guys may think it rains a lot, but weather's not as bad as here in Boston. But yeah, I've moved to Boston, and that was because of school. I've been here ever since, but I've never really had a reason to leave because I've made such a good set of friends around here that are sort of like-minded. So a lot of people from a bunch of different walks of life, a bunch of different careers, and it's just a nice little community. Most of us live here in the south end of Boston, and it's just nice having that community feel of being able to like walk down the street, run into your friends a lot. And it's not really, it's like a suburb inside of a big city, which is a nice vibe for me. But summer's great here. It's the best part of time, or best part of the year for me to be in Boston. And yeah, however, I think I appreciate it a little bit more than some of my other friends because I do work for a tech consulting firm. I do a lot of cloud computing stuff. I'm a solution architect for that. And as a result, some of my specialties require me to travel around a lot. So some of my earlier videos that you guys have seen, there's a lot of travel before. Obviously, we got locked down, but I was all over the place in hotels. So that's why some of my reviews were all over the place. It's also why you've seen some of my production quality improve over this, you know, quarantine time, because I've been home a lot more. I've been able to control lighting, have a bunch of improved microphones and lighting and all that sort of stuff that I normally did not have when I was traveling every week. However, that might be coming back, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to keep the quality up while still moving around. So that's something that I've been actively working on. So we'll see how that goes, but for now, hopefully we can keep up the quality because I'm at home. But yeah. That's basically like the highlight of like kind of who I am and how this kind of relates to my channel. It kind of relates, that tech consulting part kind of goes into why I have a passion for technology and just reviewing things, but we'll get more into that later. So I think another thing I need to talk about is why I started this channel and why Utmostcoin. So Utmostcoin is a gamer tag that Xbox gave me way back when the Xbox One came out, and I was playing Halo with friends. So just had that gamer tag, never really used it outside of gaming or like online accounts. So I figured I'd just use it for my YouTube account too. I didn't know where this channel was going to go initially. I didn't know if I wanted to do gaming or reactions or whatever, but as it fell into technology, it seemed to be okay. And that Utmost start, like that start of that name, I can spin it some other ways. So if I do a collaboration with my roommate Carter, I can do Utmost Carter. Or if I wanted to ever move into gaming, it could be Utmost Gaming, something like that. So like the whole Utmost part seems that I can swing with it depending on how I want to go. But yeah, that's the reason why it's there. Nothing super special, nothing sentimental outside the fact that Microsoft gave me that name and it never kind of went away. Just like most people that are in the gaming YouTube scene. In terms of why I started this channel. So initially it was something I wanted to do because, you know, I kind of wanted to play around with cameras, understand it a little bit more. It was just something really cool to see that some of my friends were able to transform some photography that they've had from like really crappy raw photos and transform them. However, I did like the video aspect as well, being able to shoot cinematography, but I just never really thought to do it. So the reason why I really want to start the YouTube channel kind of goes into a dark place, and I may get more into that in like a podcast for future video. However, the need to do that was to distract myself. It was just a very bad time in my life, and I needed something to distract me as well as to regain my confidence. Something happened that really just took all of that confidence and that like love of life and all that sort of, you know, swag that I used to have, and just stripped that down from me. And I did not have anything, and I did not know where I was going. So I kind of wanted to use this as to force myself to have an activity to learn, which was important, as well as to improve my speaking patterns. I really wanted to make sure that I was gaining confidence in front of camera, which ended up translating into work, which actually helped spurn off so much opportunity at work for me being more forthcoming, me being more direct, me better storytelling. So it was important for me to do that for myself, to show that I had something that I could do, that I was good at, that I could start from scratch and I could improve upon over time. And it just created all these opportunities and created this a new persona of me that has helped my career, helped my friendships, and helped a lot of stuff. But on top of that, another reason why I did that is because I buy a lot of crap. It's just how my friends know me, is I buy a lot of crap, I return a lot of crap, and I figured if I'm doing that anyway, I might as well shoot like a short video about it. Because it does help me also process if I want it or not. Because sometimes if I make some snap judgments, I end up regret buying it or I regret giving it away. So me being able to sit there and with like ridiculous detail, just like tell me what I like about this and what sucks about it, I thought that it was good enough to learn how to use a camera, but also just get into stupid detail about what I like and don't like about it. Test every little bit about it. And I thought that was going to be a good way for me to have less buyer's remorse as well as learn things. So yeah, that's another reason. It also helped me with gifting. I think one of the things that I really like doing, especially after I got back into my normal swag, is that I've been really trying to take care of my friends. And it's really important for me to know that I'm keeping track of what they're interested in and what they're doing, what their passions are. So like when I'm thinking of gifts, I'm trying to think of like, how can I facilitate that? How can I make them better? How can I make them dive into their passions and interests and endeavors better? So like me going into tech to try some of this stuff, whether it be like a service or a piece of clothing or, technology, helps me understand like what within certain industries are like the quality standards. Also like what makes this good? What makes this popular? Is it hype? Is it marketing? And then give my friends the best thing that I've found. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes we find some cool companies, but it does force me to explore a little bit. And it does force me to test different things that like may not be known, but have like a pedigree that can exude something different. So like I really like seeing headphones that like engineers break off from their bigger company and try something, or I like seeing clothing companies that have a mission or they have a different way of weaving. So like I'm always looking for something different that kind of not disrupts the industry, but it's just a little bit different and a little bit more homey in terms of how people approach products. So that's the reason why for me all this has sort of been great, because I've been able to find some of those companies, but I've also been able to just find really unique gifts for my friends. And I think that I've been doing a pretty good job about it so far. And I think it's just fun seeing them smile or not knowing about a company or like seeing something new that they like or like a company that they can get on board with. So that's always been something that's helped spur me along with these videos as well as just in life. So as we got around this, I've talked to you a lot about why I started this channel, what I've gotten from it, but I really want you to know why I'm doing this. And the reason why I'm doing this is just like for my friends and trying to hook them up with the best stuff, I'm also trying to hook you guys up with the best stuff. I don't have access to buy all these crazy things that you guys might be interested in, but if a small company comes to me and they have an interesting proposition, or I just pick up things for myself or my friends, I would love to tell you guys about it. Understand what my thought process is of why I like it and don't like it, and then see what your guys' thoughts. If I can help you guys get some better tech, a better piece of clothes, better piece of just a better possession in general that you won't have buyer's remorse on, I've done my job. If I can answer some of your questions about, anything that you're interested in, whether it's like feel, fit, everyday life. I think that's super important to me because I like when I help drive you guys' purchase decisions and I keep you away from stuff that you would have wasted your money on. So that's huge for me of why I'm doing this. Again, as I mentioned before, I'm also using this for work. So selfishly, I'm using this to work on my presence, work on my confidence in front of the camera, which essentially would be a client, but also work on my mannerisms, my vocality, my metering, my storyboarding, everything. Like it all ends up being beneficial to my work because I'm talking to people all the time. I have to convey abstract ideas to people that may not have the technical prowess on it. So it's like, how do I bring that to a more mainstream view? So I'm not so stuck in developer land. So I think that that's one of the reasons why I really want to do it. And another reason why I'm doing this is because over time, I've been able to learn more about cameras, learn more about lighting, learning more about positioning, and I really just want to be able to use that to understand those aspects a little bit more. So for my loved ones, I can make them look dope on photos. So like a lot of my Instagram, at least my personal Instagram, is just like highlighting my friends or like places that we are. I want to make them look as cool as possible. I'd want to give them dope engagement photos. I want to give them dope vacation photos. I want to give them good memories because again, I told you, like a lot of what drives me are my friends, and they've just been really important for me to continue going, and they've gotten me out of a lot of stuff. So this is sort of my like way of paying them back, is just making those memories like HD and super memorable. So that's one thing that's like important for me to learn more and just make them look dope. So if you guys want to see that stuff, it's on my Instagram, on my personal. Obviously I have my YouTube one too, that's more like technology and like actual review focused, but you'll see some of my friends on there sometimes too. And then lastly, it's literally an excuse to play with shit. Like I just like to play with shit. Like, to be honest, that's just how it is. It's just like I like to get stupidly expensive headphones and return them just to see if they were worth it, or sometimes I actually keep them, which is not great for my wallet, but hey, if they're worth keeping, I'll keep them. But I just like playing with toys. I like playing with different brands. I just like playing with stuff so I understand what I like and don't like about life in general. It helps me have more opinions on things, and it helps me, process it a little bit better. But most of my stuff that I have, I don't really have buyer's remorse on because I've played with it. And everything else I don't, I just return it. I know a lot of people have some issues with that, and like they don't like going to the UPS store. I'm friends with the UPS guy. I'm friends with the FedEx guy. I'm friends with the USPS guy. They see me all the time because I'm returning stuff all the time, or like, I'm selling stuff off on Poshmark. But like, they know me. I don't care. I made some friends, and I don't really have buyer's remorse. So that is like basically the reason. that's the core of it is playing with shit. And I think that all of us like doing that. So, So this comes into my promise, and this is the reason why I was making this video. The reason why I want to talk about this is because, as we move on to these multi-platform sort of social media presence in terms of your brand, you need to be on TikTok, you need to be on Instagram, you need to be on YouTube, you need to be on Twitch, you need to be on everything. So as I try to expand and keep up with this stuff, it's just a lot more to manage, because a lot of to be successful in these platforms, frequency and consistency is a big driving factor. And, with me having a full-time job and now I have to manage all of this, it's been a little bit harder for me to maintain the weekly reviews that I've been doing. It was very easy before when, all this stuff wasn't wasn't needed, as well as, work wasn't as intense. Now with work spinning up and I just have a lot more responsibility, I end up having delays in my videos. So it might take me 2 or 3 weeks to get a video, and I feel terrible about it because it starts actually like plaguing my brain that I haven't sent out a video, and like it kind of affects me at work too because I just feel overwhelmed at that point. So I've been trying to think of a way to make this a little bit more cohesive so you guys can follow along a little bit better, and for me, I can find a better way to give you content when you expect it, but also give you less produced content along the way, so that you guys can follow along the journey of my reviews, but also just get check-ins a little bit more if I post more things that are less produced. So this is my proposal. We will see if it'll work. we'll see how you guys go. But I think you guys engage with me most, or like the views come in best on Monday and Sunday, Sunday and Monday, in terms of when I drop a review. Those kind of are the best days for that video to come out. So I think every 2 weeks you'll get a full review with the reels. So that'll be like Monday you'll get a full review, and then Tuesday and Wednesday you'll get the subsequent reels for that video. That'll at least get me, 2 weeks to test and properly get the shots at a more leisurely pace, and then also edit it. Editing it, for me, again, guys, I'm not a professional by any stretch of the imagination. It's just something I'm learning along the way. But the editing does end up taking most of my time when doing these things. So I'm going to see if I can do this in a little bit more measured fashion. So I just do a little bit of editing every day, and then over 2 weeks, I should be able to have a full video. However, I don't want to go 2 weeks without posting stuff for you. So this is going to kind of go into where things will be flexible. I don't know if I can commit to all these things yet, but I'm going to be trying. What I will say is that on the YouTube front, you'll get the shorts as I mentioned before, but I will try to do live streams more often. So maybe on those off weeks like that, when I'm not posting a video, I can do a live stream on one of my nights. And because those are less produced and it's a little bit more free flowing, I can get a video to you guys out. Those videos can be tailored to what you guys want to talk about. It can be about how my first impressions are with the headphones so far, or technology so far. It can kind of be open. Maybe I'll put out a poll there so you can see what you guys want to talk about. But those are kind of options where I like meeting you guys, talking to you guys, and then seeing my regulars. So like Mark and Ali, you guys are always there on those streams, and it's kind of nice to see new people trickle in. We have some conversations, and we don't have to always talk about what I brought to the table. It can be about your guys' personal lives. We've went into those things. We can go about technology or videos that you guys have seen online that you want a reaction to. It can be a little bit more freeform, and because it's less produced in terms of like me editing it, I can get those out a lot easier. So maybe on those off weeks when I don't have a video for you, I can do a live stream, and we'll figure that out. But I think that would be a good way to sort of still get you a video a week. It just will be a different format. And then in the meantime, I think I'll fill in the time with shorts or posts or sometimes stuff like that on other social media platforms. So if you guys want to keep up with me, again, here are my two Instagram handles. But you can see me on my personal if I'm doing an event or I'm out doing a wedding, because there's been a million this summer. Or you can check out the YouTube channel if you want to see the latest shorts. But also I'll probably be posting a lot more about the progression of my reviews. So like seeing like me editing or me like giving first impressions of the sound or things like that, but just a lot more. So you might get like a bunch of photos about a pair of headphones over 2 weeks before the video comes out. So at least you'll know it's coming. But I think that'll also help you guys get a closer, more day-to-day view on how I'm reviewing these things. And that's my real big goal with these things, is just to make sure that like you guys get every question that you need to ask about these things about daily life. So like I like to bring these to cafes. I like them to bring them to work. I like them to use them for everything, so that you guys know how day-to-day these function and how they would fit into your lifestyle, and if they fit into your lifestyle. So I think being able to post all that sort of stuff more frequently but less produced will keep you guys locked in a little bit more while maintaining a regular schedule that we can follow. So I'm going to have to make some kind of graphic to show you guys what this means, but it's probably going to mean like the first and third week of every month will be a review, and the second and fourth week of every month will be a live stream. And then in between all of that, there will be photos and other things that will keep you guys locked in on what I'm doing and keeping you up to date what product is coming. So yeah, that's basically the review, or the review of my channel, as well as how we're going to proceed. So nothing's changing in terms of topics. I'm not becoming a gaming channel or anything crazy like that. I am still focused on reviews, all products, not necessarily just technology. It can be like drinks, it can be clothes, it can be services, it can be applications. You guys can tell me what you want in the comments. You guys can tell me what you want on any of my socials. I'm totally open to have a conversation with you guys on those platforms. I frequently talk with a few of you guys just about your daily lives, as well as things that have updated with your headphones that you find interesting. So it's been cool to have those conversations. So definitely don't be shy. But that's how we're going. Thank you guys for getting us this far. I think we're close to 1,500 subscribers. And yeah, I'm just trying to push towards that 5 and then 10 and 100. So I appreciate you guys being so engaging, encouraging me along the ways that, on things that I'm doing well as giving me suggestions on how to improve or something that's happened during streams. I've definitely gotten a lot better and learned a lot from just reading your guys' comments. So thank you so much for all of that so far. But yeah, that's the video this week. So what did I say? I said the first. So yeah. So we'll do a live stream next week, I guess. And then we'll do a review the week after. That actually gives me some time. More time than I expected. But yeah, if we do that schedule, that's how it will be. But stay tuned. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything with this channel. It means so much to me, more than you expect. And yeah, thank you. As always, appreciate you.